today on EA Sports.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and off we go from Cleveland. Now Lewis selects to return it. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Looking to pass. First play is Prescott. And incomplete to open things up. Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. They run here with Rico Dowdle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Forced out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. A running play, it's Dowdle. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Tolbert. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Throwing, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
And this one is right down the middle. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Jameis now on 1st down. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end.
I know some guys, they love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
And he's going to have a Browns 1st down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Winston. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. Now Winston. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Osa Odighizuwa. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to Tillman. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. 2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. On the run. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So that penalty on the offense, and the fumble recovery will stand. A 1st down throw for Winston. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The All-Pro Micah Parsons there on the tackle. Throwing, Winston. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Winston. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. And Tillman going to go in motion right. And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Chubb again. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. That time a 6-play drive. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
They run here with Dowdle. Wiggles free. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. A throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Now and he loses the football a 2nd time. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the...
Defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, knock it free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work. From the 20, here's 2nd down and 8. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. From the gun, Winston. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A couple of 1st downs, has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one good for 37 yards.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
Chubb with a 1st down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Third and short yardage. Winston. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Running behind center with Vaughn.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Buying time to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And now this is either a fake or their coach is delusional or both here. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Here's Winston. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he is going to lose yardage here. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. On the return, here comes Lewis. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start with the option. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's 3rd and 7. Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Prescott on 1st down. Flushed out right. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
It's caught. Tolbert. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And that flag's on Myles Garrett, and we know he's got a nose for getting after the quarterback, but that time, even though he's going to protest it a little bit, he's a step late, and they hit him with the penalty.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now Prescott. Dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. And his kick is indeed good, and they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Winston now. That pass complete to Moore. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again Coachman in Orlando back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. First down, Winston. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 2nd and 7. To throw is Winston. Here's Chubb, back-to-back catches for him. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now Winston. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. Winston now to throw on first down. Tries the right side, and he finds Bell. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2nd and 9. Again, it's Winston. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid...
Touchdown! Elijah Moore, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Browns will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is up to 5. A 10-play drive that time. And it was finished off by Elijah Moore on the touchdown reception. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. And that one on the rookie, Charles, maybe a little too overeager.
You know how many times we talk about the quarterback having to have a clock in his head and make sure the ball gets away before the rush gets there? When you're a pass rusher, you have to know when the ball is gone and make sure you don't hit the quarterback afterward. I know he was trying to make a play, but that time he ends up drawing the flag.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Prescott now from the 50. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Prescott now. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Play action now, Prescott. And this is caught inside the 5. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. Prescott to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So no gain on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And the Browns are able to cover this one up. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come.
It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Fighting through pressure, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 56 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On 1st and 10, Winston. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw, Winston. This caught out left by Bell. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Winston. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Vaughn. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Charles, a new NFL record, 67 yards. There has never been one converted from that distance until this very moment. Unbelievable. Congratulations to him.
And, partner, there's no way you or I woke up today thinking, hey, we might see a 67-yard field goal made, let alone attempted. Congratulations. Great job. And remember, it all starts getting that kick away, because often it starts low. Usually that's when it can be tipped. Not in this case, a new NFL record.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that mistake.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Jameis to throw it. This is the tight end, Njoku. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. Now Winston. Short throw here to the tight end Bates. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it as he gets wiped out on that one.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Winston. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he's got room. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Misdirection's the key on this play. They line up with 3 receivers to the opposite side of the tight end, and they're all going to work their way across the field and let the tight end slip underneath against flow the other way. They're banking that he can get lost, and that's exactly what happened as they pick up a first down.
2nd and 6. Winston. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Jameis again. Right back to Njoku. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Throwing, Winston. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Now Jameis on 2nd down. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And Winston lost the football. And no sidestepping that hit. He's going to be brought down hard, and it also sets up 4th down.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Hopkins' kick is good, and they have regained the lead. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Prescott. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Meanwhile, Winston's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now Chubb running right, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 75 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Osa Odighizuwa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long for Winston. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. And that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to get the lead up to 4. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Cleveland offense ready to go. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football. And oh, it coughed it up. It's picked up by the Cowboys. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Second down, Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
To throw is Prescott. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Browns are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A first down throw for Winston. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. Here's Winston. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Play action now, Winston. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. 3rd and 2. To the air again with Winston. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They'll run for it. Chubb. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns have taken a 4th quarter lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Prescott. He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Prescott. Well, this one into the hands of Vaughn. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post?
The Browns drive about to get started. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 131 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Winston now. Completes to Njoku. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now here's a throw that's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and a yard. Chubb will get the call running left. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Now Winston. This will be caught. Judy. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Oh, what a time for a lapse defensively. That turns this game right on its ear. And now, forget about going fast. They might want to take the air out a little bit and force the defense to use some timeouts.
Winston. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like that memory was a little too long there.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. This is 1st and 10. To throw, Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, but he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
So they don't even need to run a second down play. Give them the first.
And typically when we see this jumping, isn't it usually third down, fourth down? They got them on second down. I think that's a lack of discipline.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be